be rude, but watch here. Here she goes. He goes under that one. All right. So the Loretta Lynn's Kennel Club Dog Show is tonight. There's an agility course out there. We can run Wes Kane through that. I don't think he could even jump over that. He would fall right through it.
Wow, here it is. It is Cade Nightingale out front in the early part of this. He grabs
Jaden Smart right there with him, too, the 42.
Yep, and Nightingale will get credit for the whole shot in this one. And Jaden Smart right where he needs to be as far as the championship is concerned, starting out up front.
So you can still sign up for the Loretta Lynn Kennel Club Dog Show tonight. You can go up to the MX Sports trailer, or you can sign up on site. The course is right next to the big monster can, next to the Polysport pond. We've got some folks pre-running the course. Not sure if that's allowed yet, though, so they're getting a little advantage.
Yeah, well,
I'm kidding.
There's no rules that say you can't do it.
No, there's no rules, period. I like the attention to detail. That's a winner right there.
Speaking of winners, we got several winners working to try to separate themselves from the rest of the field, as Jaden Smart has put himself on point now around the 14 of Nightingale, who's dropped to the number 2 spot. So he's doing everything he needs to do to put himself right there where he needs to be for that championship. Good consistent race for him. Again, coming into this one 1-3, and if he can hang on to this one for the 15 minutes, we're going to call him champion.
Folks slowly starting to file their way out of here, and if you are on your way out, please make sure you have already returned your transponder. You don't want to get down to Nashville, Tennessee and realize, you've got a transponder and they need it. They would rather have the transponder than your money. I know there's a credit card on file for that, but they've got races they've got to get to even the next week or so, so they're going to be short transponders. So please check those bikes, make sure you have returned your transponder. Almost one lap in the book, and it's the 42 of Smart who's gotten around the number 14 of Cade Nightingale, further increasing his points gap between Nightingale. Jaden Smart, all the way from California, out front on the 42. Nightingale on the number 14 machine. He is from Mounds, Oklahoma. I bet maybe Greg Albertson has his hands on him at the Gain training facility over there. It's not unusual to have, like, I know Casey Cochran trains at the same place with Ken Roxett, so you got Austin Fortner burning up laps there with Cade Nightingale on his 50, or Cade Nightingale. Rayner does a lot of those guys, yep, no doubt.
Sawyer Geek back in the number 3 spot. He's doing what he can do to try to win this championship as well. Jet Overstreet checks in 4th at the end of lap 1. Austin Keller in 5th. He's riding 31. 23 of Carter Gray is 6th. Blaze Wolf, the 13, in 7th. Cooper Jennings, the 81, in 8th. Jet Caps, the 77, in 9th. And J.C. Genobles rounds out the top 10.
Yeah, everybody kind of avoiding those big, deep ruts here on the 50s. Can't blame them, but my man goes right there on the inside right as I say that. He's like, yeah, man, I can handle ruts. We train all the time when I'm at Moto X compound. Matt Walker has me ready, but hey, this thing is far from over. The number 14 has closed in. Nightingale got passed early on by Smart, but man, he is kind of putting this racetrack back together, and he's going to make a run at Smart. Nightingale has to beat him to even have a shot at this, obviously, and he's going to need some help. So he's going to try to put some pressure on Jaden Smart.
Well, we've got this 51.78 limited, race number 43. And the 7 to 8-year-olds, as we said, the limited class, we've still got 4 to 6 shaft drive limited, and the Mini E 4 to 6 junior class coming up. Also want to say congratulations to Daxton Dinkfelt, who is racing in the Mini E 4 to 6-year-old junior class. He picked up the Nathan Hall 422 Memorial Foundation Scholarship, which will yield him some entries into some races like Mini O's and Loretta Lynn's. It also will get him some gear, some training, boots, goggles, decals, and a whole lot of other great stuff.
Unbelievable battle up here, Rodney. Sorry to interrupt, but Jaden Smart and Sawyer Geek are just slugging it out.
I just happen to listen.
Second.
The crowd starts
going nuts.
erupting.
Yeah. Great battle here between the 18 of Geek. I think he's on the inside here. Smart running around to the outside.
And you guys, they can hear you, man. If you see something you like, man, make some noise for these kids. They are going at it, putting on a show, Jason Wygant.
And these are the two top riders for the championship right now. It could come down to this. And Jaden Smart, I think he knows he has to win the Moto to win the title. Geek probably knows he's got to beat Smart to win the title. So it is on right now. So Geek to the inside, gonna retake the lead. Oh, they almost came together. Geek could not clear that double because he used the inside line. Can Smart get him back? He does.
So Geek comes from nowhere to tie this up with points. I didn't even have him in my peripheral there. They are all tied up. Who is that?
Smart?
The 42.
Yes, the 42 is Smart down in those ruts.
And I believe Nightingale went past him.
His old rival, Nightingale and Smart, have had some incredible battles. Wow, feet off the pegs. Is that for Nightingale?
He goes right back into the number 2 spot. Yes, the 14 is third now.
Well, that bailed out Jaden Smart. He doesn't need to pass Nightingale back. They're going to try to run in formation and get to Sawyer Geek, who now has the lead.
So there's Nightingale trying to keep up and pace Jaden Smart, who went down. So you know the heart rate is up there. The little kid heart rate sitting at about 240. I don't know, they're a little bit higher.
The max is just off the charts.
So there's your leader now, the new leader, Sawyer Geek on the 18. You can hear wherever they're at, the crowd's lighting up for these folks. Wow, what a left-hander he just put down.
Jaden Smart is on the charge. He knows what he has to do. He has to get back to Sawyer Geek. Because Geek would have the championship now if it ends this way. What a battle we're going to see down the stretch. Well, you love it all over the charts. The 25-plus last Moto battle, insane. And the 7 to 8 limited 50, same scenario.
It's every class. It's just the best of the best here in America, and they all tend to rise to the top. And they'll meet right here in this third and final Moto. Right now, it is Geek putting the pressure and the pass. Smart goes down. Now Smart gonna have to dig deep.
It's gonna be a lap time battle next time around. Can Smart close the gap? It's pretty simple. If the 42 can catch the 18, he's the champ. If the 18 holds on to the lead, he's the champ. Nightingale, as we mentioned, is third. Jet Overstreet, fourth. Austin Keller, fifth. Carter Gray, sixth. JC Genoble, seventh. Cooper Jennings, eighth. Blaze Wolf, ninth. And Bryson Woodman rounds out the top 10.
So now the pressure shifts to Sawyer Geek. Can he hold on? Avoid the pitfalls, the problems, the lapped riders, the ruts, the bumps, as the number 42 now is the aggressor. You can see him when he exits out of these 10 commandments. Smooth through those things. And Nightingale shadowing his every move back there in third.
Into Storyland we go. There's Sawyer Geek, your leader, looking at 2-1-1 scores if it ends this way. Got to be perfect through these ruts. Cannot afford to make a mistake. Smart's trying everything.
A good chunk of our crowd still here for these final motos of the day. Look at the infield. Nobody really going anywhere. Tons of people on the fence for the remaining motos of the day here as we get ready to crown a champion here in this 51.78 limited class, Jason.
Well, we're going to wrap it up with two sets of 50cc classes, or what I should say, E, which is 50 equivalent electric, and then our P-Dub class. I think the fans are out there because of the dog show also, which will take place on the infield. By the way, the 14 of Cade Nightingale is back.
Yeah, he's reeled in Smart.
These two have had a ton of battles at Loretta's already. Yes, I know that's hilarious to say that in the 7 to 8 class, but last year they battled, I believe, for titles in gas and electric. And another rider who's down, got the visor pointed up, had a rough go of it, but luckily back on the bike. crowd going absolutely ballistic out of our tower, cheering these kids on.
What's going on here? Did Jaden Smart, did they already come through? Smart just came through. I did not see Geek unless we just didn't see him.
I think we missed him because they all have 4 laps complete.
Got it up to 6 seconds. That's what's going on here. He's already pulled this thing out.
It, yeah. Sawyer Geek is getting it done. 2-1-1 scores. If it ends like this, Smart put in a good charge, but he's lost a little bit of ground. And now it looks more and more likely if Geek here on the 18 could just avoid the mistakes. God, it's unbelievable to watch the technique of these kids riding on their toes, using the ankles. That's
standing up.
That's the highest level, standing up to that rough stuff.
That's one of the first commands you hear from the dads. You got to get up off that seat. Stand up, stand up.
Yep.
And teaching that is hard because it feels like you're in more control there, but obviously you're not. Good for him. You're right. He's way up on the front of the bike. I guarantee he's got a 65 at home ready to go.
It's all about that riding at the ankles and the toes. And he's got it dialed right now. Honestly, a little easier on these bikes. You don't need to shift gears, so just put that.
Let her rip.
Just get on the toes or on the balls of the feet. Never have to adjust back to get to the shifter. And you've seen these kids really advance with that right now. Trying to ride the bike with his legs. Great style here from the 18. Oh, got to watch those rented corners, though. Here is Jaden Smart in second.
So 7 p.m., the Loretta Lynn Kennel Club Dog Show, 7 p.m., right next to the big Monster Energy can next to the pond. You can still sign up for it over at the MX Sports Trailer, or you can get down and sign up right there at just before we get rolling, just prior to 7 p.m. Surprised Jeff Cernick doesn't have his dog here. He's always posting photos of his dogs.
Dog's over there changing tires. It's unbelievable that he can do that using his teeth.
That's why he went with the American Bulldog. Very strong necks that can rip those tires, break the bead.
Using his dog. So there's Smart. Deficit 6.2 seconds. Time running out on this one. Lap and a half to go. Sawyer Geek. Can he bring it home? Over Smart, Nightingale, Overstreet, Keller. Woodman is 6th, Carter Gray 7th, Jeter Ramirez, Braxton Baldock, and Cooper Jennings. That's your top 10.
So they just now got the 2-lap board. The white flag will come out next go around. Sawyer Geek with that 2:28 lap time on lap number 2. It's Geek, Smart, Nightingale 1, 2, 3. Jet Overstreet is 4th. 1 lap to go here. Are we doing white flag stuff now? So the white flag is out. My apologies. Last lap here. So Sawyer Geek has to keep it on 2 wheels. Jaden Smart, 6 seconds to try to make up Cade Nightingale. Some 29 seconds behind. He had a problem there. He's in 3rd. Jet Overstreet 4th. Austin Keller is 5th. Bryson Woodman is 6th. Carter Gray is 7th. Jeter Ramirez 8th. Braxton Baldock 9th. And Cooper Jennings rounds out your top 10. There is the number 18 on your screen as we look at Sawyer Geek working its way around those big rutted out turns. Not even going to mess with that one. So we head into the Monster Mile, the big sandy beach for these kids to play on. No sand castles here. It's all business for the number 18 of Sawyer Geek. One last time through there, up and over the big roller. His dad's buried underneath there, getting sunburned on his face. Hangs a right, comes down now towards the middle part of the racetrack, up and over that stuff up. He can look up and see the checker flag is going to be coming out very soon. Got to make his way through this tough, big roller section. And Sawyer Geek with 2-1-1 Moto scores. has but one straightaway. He'll look up and see the checker flag, and your AMA national champion on the number 18, Sawyer Geek. Great ride for Sawyer Geek. Jaden Smart will come across in second. Fantastic ride for Smart. Nightingale should be in that number 3 spot. Man, they just absolutely pulled away from the rest of the field. There are your results on screen. Geek out of Wyoming is your winner. Berry Creek, California rider Jaden Smart is second. Nightingale out of Mounds, Oklahoma third. Bedford, Virginia rider Jet Overstreet is fourth. And Austin Keller out of Orlando, Florida round out your top 5. The rest of the top 10 is Bryson Woodman, Carter Gray, Jeter Ramirez, Braxton Baldock, and Aiden Steinbrecher. 51cc 7-8 limited class. It is in the books. We will get ready to hand it off to Jason Wygant, who is down at the happiest place on earth. It's our podium, Jason Wygant. Let's say hello to our winners.
Waiting on a third place finisher to check in. There it is, Kate Nightingale gonna wrap it up. That's our podium. 2 races remain. We're gonna do P-Dub and SXE. Well, he does it in grand style. A big battle for the Moto win, which ultimately would determine the championship as well. And he comes out on top. 2-1-1 Moto scores to become your champ, 7-8. Let's hear it for Sawyer Geek. You and Jaden Smart, you guys battled really hard. What was that moto like?
It was amazing. I didn't get the best start in the whole entire world yet, but I just fought my way up. Second, missed the 10 Commandments one lap, and Jaden kind of gained on me or pulled on me a little bit, and then he crashed in the corner, and I just made the pass. But it was a cool race. I loved it.
Yeah, that's right. It was a cool race. What's it feel like? You're champ, buddy.
I've never been a champion on one of these big races before. It feels amazing.
All right, Sawyer, who do you want to thank, dude?
I would like to thank Jesus Christ for keeping me safe this whole entire week. My mom, my dad, Beast Moto Lab, Fly Racing, OG Goggles, my sisters, Timmy, Kyle, Fly, all my friends, and everyone else. Thank you so much. And Cobra.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget Cobra. Here it is. From the AMA, we'll hand you the number 1 plate. He is your Moto winner, and he is your national champion of 7-8, Sawyer Geek. Let Sawyer get some photos taken here. As our P-Dub class takes off on a sight lap, we'll talk to our second place finisher and third. Second is going to go to Jaden Smart. Sawyer, you can hang out. We'll bring second and third on up, and then we'll give you some champagne. Awesome job. He left it all on the racetrack. Crashed trying to take the lead. Can't take that away from him. A good effort. Let's hear it for Jaden Smart. Hey, you tried super hard. Went down going for the lead. I know it's probably a bummer, but you know you tried as hard as you could, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about your moto.
It was good. I got second on the start, and I pushed as hard as I could.
That's exactly what you did. All right, who do you want to thank?
My mom, dad, Fox, OG Goggles, 60, Cobra, Tyson, Beast Moto Lab, Dunlop, Gold Country Casino, Justin Costello from State Farm, Ruse, Sedan Construction, Moto X Compound, Skyline Steel, Pro Taper, Moto Seats, T-Rex, and my Papa John.
There it is. Let's hear it for Jaden Smart. Second place. Excellent. And we'll bring our third place finisher on up. Let's bring our bronze medalist up. Looking for third place. All right, coming through. Getting to be familiar with a lot of these names on the podium year after year. Let's hear it for Kate Nightingale. Kate's ready for the photos. You and Jaden Smart have had so many great battles. Another one, you were catching them for a bit. How was your race?
It was good. I got the whole shot, and then I tried to pass him on the first lap, and then
last lap, I was about to pass Jaden, and then I crashed.
Hold down for third. Who do you want to thank?
Mom, Dad, Cobra Moto, Bees Moto Lab, Dunlop Tires, Oakley Goggles, FX Gear, Bell Helmets, Novik Gloves, and Raynard.
All right, let's see here. Let's hear it for our third place finisher, Cade Nightingale.